Okay, great. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight. I'm here with a couple of my team members, and we are really excited to share with you what is the Isagenix product line and opportunity. And so thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully, let's see. Oh, hold on. What is happening here? Whoops. Give me 1 second. And if everybody could make sure that they're on mute, that would be great. And I need to switch this up. Hold on. Sorry, guys. For some reason, it doesn't want to present on this screen. It wants to present on my other one. So give me 1 second. Oh, there we go. Okay, can you guys give me a thumbs up? Can you see the big, perfect. Okay, great. So welcome everybody. My name is Dani Lozano, and I am an Isagenix director, and I'm super excited that you are here tonight to learn a little bit about the opportunity and the products. We're gonna get right into it. I really wanna value your time. So the first thing I want to say is thank you, but not necessarily to you. I know that might sound surprising, but I want you guys all to take a minute to think about the person that invited you here tonight, or if you're listening to this on a recording, the person that sent you this recording, because as cool, calm, and collected as they might have seemed when they invited you here, it's actually somewhat scary to really believe that we have something of value for somebody that we love, respect, and appreciate in our lives. And when we reach out to them to tell them we want to share an opportunity with them, it really comes from a place of love and hope for what we might be able to do for that person. And so somebody thought really highly of you and wanted you on this call or to hear this call tonight. So if nothing else, take a moment to really be thankful for that person who sees something in you and thinks that you might connect with something I'm going to share tonight. And make sure you follow up with them and tell them thank you, because it takes a big leap of faith for them to reach out and say something. And I just wanted to share that, because as much as we like to come across like this is always the easiest thing to do, we really believe in what we're doing here. And there's a lot of vulnerability that we show when we're sharing it with other people. So if you invited somebody to the call, I want to say thank you, and I want to thank everybody who has put in the time to make this happen. Really want to set up, first of all, by talking about or letting you take a brief moment to skim our integrity statements. Integrity is the core of who we are at Isagenix, and all of us as distributors and advocates for the company hold ourselves very responsible when it comes to these statements. The most important parts are that we are not going to claim tonight that we can cure, prevent, or treat disease, because we absolutely do not do that. What we do know is that when the body is nourished in the right way and is given all of the minerals and vitamins and foundations it needs to function and rebuild itself as it does, amazing things happen. And so while you might hear great stories of people that have had amazing things happen in their life through these products, the products don't cure disease, they just set up the body to help the body do what it normally does. So that is just really important to us. Also, the earnings disclaimer, I'm going to talk to you a little bit later on about the financial solution that is part of Isagenix. And just like anything in life, it's really determined on how hard you work and how much effort you're willing to put into it. And so it's important that we put that out there. This is not a get rich quick scheme. And so obviously we wouldn't be talking to you if we didn't believe in it, but it does take some hard work. Couple of statistics just to kind of level set and make sure that we are all kind of understanding what Isagenix is really founded on and what solutions we're solving for here. First and foremost is we know that adults in North America have a very high overweight rate. So we see it at almost 72% of adults in North America are overweight. And one of the more concerning statistics, and it's not here, but is the obesity rate we're seeing in children. And a lot of that comes from so much of our food now being processed, with growth hormones, pesticides. There's so much stuff in our food that wasn't there before that it is so hard for our bodies to get nourished, which means we're always hungry. And a lot of what we're eating isn't nourishing us, so we continue to be hungry, even though it's not necessarily food our body is craving, it's those minerals and vitamins. We also see the fitness industry is a huge, huge industry. It's $83 billion from just gyms alone. And there's a lot more components of the fitness industry, but something that definitely Isagenix has recognized. And then finally, the anti-aging industry. So another big one at $331 billion by 2021, which is right around the corner. So why we want to share those is because we want you to imagine that there's a business that ties all three of these together. I wonder what it could be. Well, if you guessed Isagenix, then you are very smart. Friends, one of the things that we all love, especially as being part of Isagenix, is that we are continuously on the forefront of these trends and looking to see what else is evolving in the marketplace and where we need to be. So for example, one of the biggest trends right now, and it's a great one, is a need and a desire for plant-based products. And that is something that Isagenix continues to look for and to incorporate into our lives. So as we just see new trends in the marketplace, Isagenix seems to be in the front of all of those, which is really awesome. The Isagenix mission statement, I personally feel like I can't be a part of a company unless I know what their mission is and I can get behind it. And that is one of the things that really drew me to Isagenix. So their mission and my mission is to impact the world, to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain. And in the process, create the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world. And I just love that, because I started with Isagenix because I had a lot of physical pain. I was in a bad place. I was really overweight. I was really unhealthy. I was exhausted. And as I found freedom from that, I also found freedom in some of the financial opportunity as well. And so they really do stand firm in their mission statement. And I love that being trusted and respected is so important to them. You can see it's not that they want to be the richest or necessarily the biggest. They want to be the most trusted and respected, which in this industry, which is full of false claims and just, crazy trends or fads, Isagenix has stayed really true to the core of who they are. And that gives me a lot of hope for the future of this company. So one of the things I want to do is I invited one of my team on the phone tonight, Christina, and she is going to share a little bit about how these products changed her life. And then we're going to get into the products and a little bit more of the solution. So Christina, take it away. Christina, you are on mute. Let me unmute you. Hold on. Okay, now you can go.
Technicalities. So I got introduced to Isagenix probably about 4-ish years ago. It was in October of 4 years ago, 2000 something. And I was tired. I was living in Hawaii at the time, and it was hot, and I was tired. And I'm a pediatric physical therapist. And so I was just sitting there on my little rolly chair, and I was barking at my kids, telling them what exercises to do, but I wasn't willing to do them myself. And I kind of just realized I needed to change. Initially all on the front, it looks like it was all about weight, but for me, it was also just, I wasn't who I set out to be as a therapist. And so I really kind of wanted to find something that would help with that. And if losing weight was part of that, then yippee, because I had been the yo-yo dieter for years too. So a colleague of mine had introduced me to Isagenix, and I bought a 30-day weight loss pack, full intentions of returning it because they have a 30-day money back guarantee. And I was like, all right, let's see what you got. And in Hawaii, there's stairs to go up and down between classrooms and buildings and things like that. And I remember I used to walk the stairs like I was an old lady. I was 28 at the time, something like that. And I was walking like I was 75. And so I distinctly remember day 4, I had 2 shake days and 1 cleanse day. And Danny will get into that in a little bit. But by day 4, my next, after the cleanse day on my shake day, I was bouncing up and down the stairs, and I was like, who am I and what happened? It was kind of like, what did you give me? Because I've never felt so good so quickly. And I didn't even, I'm sure I'd lost some pounds, but weight loss wasn't really happening yet. I wasn't even in the mix of that, and I was already feeling better. And that to me was just, I hadn't gotten that before. And so 4 years later, I still use the products. I've certainly had my ups and downs. And for me, what I realized actually this fall, I started an Isabody challenge. And again, we can go into that too, was my main goal with this Isabody challenge. It was a 16-week challenge, was to maintain through what I call the delicious beer season, because I love craft beer and I love fall beer the most. And then the holiday beer that comes out. And then also the holidays. And so my goal is to maintain and not gain all of the weight that I would lose and then come back. And this was the first year in all of the years that I stayed true to the system, and I didn't sacrifice things. I still drank, I still ate, but I kept certain things a part of my routine every day while I was on vacation and home for the holidays. And I came back at the same weight, didn't have the bloat in my face. And so only just 16 weeks ago did I learn, or in 16 weeks did I finally learn that this could really, really be a lifestyle. And I'm really excited for that, because it's just so much more than that initial weight loss or that initial burst of energy. So it's amazing nutrition, and I'm excited to share that with everybody.
Awesome. And Christina, I agree with almost everything you said. I just need to correct you that spring beer and then summer beer is probably just as good as fall and then winter beer. So I just wanted to say every season has their beer.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure that one's better than another. Okay. So I am also a craft beer lover. My business is Drinking with Danny, and I call all of my clients my drinking buddies, because 80% of the time I drink shakes and the other 20% I drink beer. So it's a nice lifestyle for me. But let's talk about solutions. So there are literally solutions for everybody, like I mentioned before. So weight loss tends to be the one that most people think about when they think of Isagenix, because on the surface, if you see someone post a before and after picture, when we looked at Christina's pictures before, I mean, the girl's lost some weight. She looks great. She looks amazing. And so that is one of the things that I think most of the time draws people in is weight loss. But I will tell you, speaking from somebody who's been doing this now for 3 years, to me, the weight loss is actually just an additional benefit of all of the other things Isagenix has to offer. So performance is a really big thing for us. If you work out at all, and this doesn't mean that you are a CrossFitter or you're, running marathons, it can, don't get me wrong. We have tons for that too. But even if you just are casually in the gym, if you take classes, if you walk, to maximize your workout, we have so many amazing performance products that can really take your workout from, what you're used to experiencing all the way up to the next level. I joke around that I have what I call nitro abs. So nitro is one of our great pre-workout supplements, and my ab muscles look better than they did pre me having 2 kids and keeping the craft beer scene alive. And so I contribute that all to the performance products, which are incredible. The other solution you see on the screen is vitality and well-being. To me, I didn't know a lot about what vitality and well-being meant until I got into the system. And so if I was going to, dumb it down so that everybody knew exactly what we were talking about here, it means energy. It means feeling as good as your body can. And it's really hard to put into words, because until you personally feel what you're supposed to feel like, you have no idea what you're missing out on. I know that when I started my Isagenix journey, I had 45 pounds to lose, and I thought it would take me about a year. I lost all 45 pounds in 6 months. And when people would ask me when I was going to stop doing that shake thing, it dawned on me that I don't know why I would. Like, I've never felt so good, and so why stop? And that's when it became a lifestyle for me, like Christina mentioned. It's just, once you know it, once you wake up out of bed without your alarm clock and you know what that feels like, you don't want to give that up. And that's kind of what the vitality and well-being solution is all about. So if you're somebody who maybe, is fine at your weight, isn't necessarily in the gym all day long, but you just want to feel good, we have some really great solutions for that. We also have an incredible line of personal care and beauty, essential oils, face wash, lotion, things like that. And then my favorite of all 5 solutions is financial wellness, which everybody could use a little bit in their life. And again, we'll talk about that in a little bit. These are our 5 cornerstone products. We have over 100 products. So there is something for everybody, but almost everybody I talk to starts off with at least the first 3 products on the slides, and then they all eventually move into all 5. And these really just give you that overall amazing experience with these products and fill in the gaps where your current diet and nutritional routines are missing out. So the first one is our Isagenix shake. This comes in a whey-based protein and also a plant-based protein, which is a pea protein. And we have it in our regular Isagenix and also in a pro version, which has more protein if you have a need for that. What makes these shakes unique? There's a couple of really key things, and I'm not going to dive too much into the science, but I do want to share just a few points that are really important. One, the whey protein is undenatured, which is a fancy word for it's not pasteurized. We get it from New Zealand. No GMOs, grass-fed. I mean, the cows are roaming free. But why that's all so important is because the whey that comes to us is only as good as the cows that they're getting it from. And so Isagenix spares no expense getting the best whey protein out there. And your body is fueled off of protein. And it cannot actually do anything with that protein without a combination of amino acids. And so all the amino acids that you need are actually also in the shake, along with all of the minerals and vitamins your body needs to thrive. So in specifically speaking, your body needs about 70 minerals and vitamins to thrive. And in your current diet, you're probably getting about 20 of them. And so the shake fills all those nutritional gaps that you just can't do in your regular diet, no matter how organic you're eating, how healthy you're eating. I don't really care if you're growing your own vegetables and milking your own cows. You have some gaps because you're not getting the minerals and the vitamins, and even just one shake a day can fill in that gap for you. So that's why we are all huge fans of the Isagenix shakes. The product to the left of that is our Cleanse for Life. Most people hear the word cleanse and they automatically think that you're in the bathroom all day long. And I just want to set the record straight that it is not that kind of cleanse. If it was up to me, I would rename the product Detox for Life, because what we're really doing is we're detoxing our body. All day long, you are constantly being bombarded by toxins, whether it's in the food that you eat, the water that you drink, the air that you breathe, or the stuff that you put on your skin. For example, like deodorants and fabric softeners are 2 of the most toxic things we keep in our household. And so your body gets all of these toxins that it absorbs, and because it can't do anything with it, it takes those toxins and it stores them in your fat cells. And that's why as we age, even the skinniest people end up with that potbelly look. And because no one's ever told us any differently, we all just assume as you get older, that's something that happens. And what's really happening is it's a buildup of toxins and your body can't do anything with them. So to protect your organs, it tucks them in the fat cells, and that just grows and grows and grows. With our Cleanse for Life and our detoxing intermittent fasting protocol, our body actually takes those toxins, kicks them out of the fat cells. We drink the Cleanse for Life, it busts them out, we pee them out. It's the scientific version, I'm telling you right now. And we are allowed to be toxin free, or get as little of those toxins in our body as possible. Why is that important? It increases your energy, it increases your health, it helps you with mental focus and clarity. And everybody's favorite part, it allows your body to burn fat, particularly visceral fat, which is what's clinging to your organs today. It is one of the only ways you can do that, and that is why we all feel amazing, and we have what we call the ISA high. So it's the combination of, I like to think of it as an oil change. So when you go get your oil changed, hopefully if you're going to a good place, they don't just put the new, clean, nice oil on top of the dirty, gross, sludgy oil, right? They drain that out, and then they put in the good stuff. That's what we do with our Cleanse for Life. We get rid of the old stuff and we put in the shake, which is all of the great nutrition that our body needs. So it's what keeps us running to our full capacity. The next one is Isagenix Supreme. This is Mother Nature's answer to stress. It is a adaptogen full, all natural stress relief drink that we have in the morning. We take a shot of it, and it again just complements the other two products to give you that full wellness experience. It is the one product that I never leave home without. So if I am going on vacation, I bring an entire supply of Isagenix Supreme. I've gone without it for a day, and it's just not something I'm willing to do ever again. So I actually carry packets of it in my purse as just in case. But once you go about 2 weeks with Isagenix Supreme, you will realize why you will be a ISA lifer, because that is an amazing product. And then the last two are additional supplements and vitamins we take. So our daily vitamin packs, there's an AM and a PM, fills in all of those things additionally that you need: vitamin C, omega-3s. There's just a lot of different things that just help your body function and help with that aging gracefully. And then the last product in our cornerstone lineup is Isagenesis. The science behind this product is actually on rebuilding telomeres. And for those of you that don't know, that's part of your DNA. And as telomeres shrink, all sorts of things happen. It's been linked to cancer, Alzheimer's, even things as little as normal as hair loss and eyesight. It's all directly linked to your telomere shortening. And this is something that scientifically has been proven to support telomere regrowth and really reverse some of the signs of aging. And there's been some remarkable studies done, third-party independent, on what Isagenesis can do for you. So this is my routine right now. I take all 5 of these products every single day without fail, and they've really changed my life. So like I mentioned, there's a lot to the Isagenix product line, but these are the 5 that are probably the most critical for you to kind of walk away with a little bit of an understanding. As Christina mentioned, we have an amazing accountability and support program that is built into Isagenix. It is free, and it is called our IsaBody Challenge. It runs for 16 weeks. You submit some before pictures, use the product for 16 weeks, you submit some after pictures, and you write a short story about how you're feeling after those 16 weeks. Just for doing that, the company gives you a certificate of completion, a t-shirt, and a $200 product coupon to use on whatever you want in the back office, which, believe me, there's a lot of things you can shop for back there, which are pretty exciting. I actually, with my first IsaBody coupon, I got my little essential oil diffuser. Ooh, right, nice, beautiful. It's nice, it's relaxing, I love it. And so I got that for free. So there's a few things I love about the IsaBody Challenge that why it made the cut for tonight's presentation. One, what kind of company out there says we care about you so much that we want to invest in your health by encouraging you to stick to the routine and without having to pay anything to get in? We're going to give you a $200 product coupon just for completing it. Not if you lose 10 pounds, not if you show up like, Miss Fitness America. If you just complete it, even if you gain weight on it, even if you feel miserable and your essay says this is awful, never has happened, I'm sure, in the history of Isagenix, but if it did, they would still give you the product coupon for completing it. That's pretty amazing. And when we go back to the original mission statement about them wanting to free people from physical and financial pain and being the most trusted and respected wellness company in the world, the IsaBody Challenge just exemplifies both of those things to me at the core of who they are. And so I just believe in that so much. That's one thing. If you sign up with me, I am like on you from day one to do the IsaBody Challenge, because it's just a huge, huge benefit. The people that you see on the slide here, I am so proud to tell you, these aren't strangers. These are people on our team. These are people that I am so close with, and it almost makes me cry just looking at their amazing transformations. Normally they would be on the call. I don't know where they're at tonight. I'm going to get on them about that. But Jairus Bolding is our newest IsaBody honorable mention. And we talk all the time. Jairus' transformation took about a year. And that person in his before picture, I never knew. I only know Jairus as the guy that you see there, bright, vibrant, smiling, running marathons in Disney. But it's amazing how much the products have changed his life. And then Opie in the middle there, he is our Isagenix celebrity on our team, and he lost 143 pounds in the shortest amount of time in our company history. And he just has an incredible story of survival and just what he was willing to do for his family, and then finally putting himself first. And it's just, these products change lives. And then Sean, he'll be the first to tell you that his before picture, the reason why he looked so grumpy is because his wife made him do the IsaBody challenge because she wanted to spend his $200 product coupon. So he wasn't planning on doing anything. And within the first couple of weeks, if you notice, his shoulder kind of droops down a little bit, and it was an injury he'd had from the past, and his body started to respond really well to the proper nutrition. And you can tell just the lift in his shoulders from the before and the smile, or the after, and the smile on his face changed his life. And so I just love that before, because that's just a picture of a pissed off husband. That's what you see there. But I'm sure he's very grateful now. So those are just real life stories of people that we talk to every day. And it just makes us so proud to see them here. There's also a lot of monetary prizes for amazing transformations, all the way up to $50,000. So really cool incentives. But I'll tell you, all of these guys would tell you that just getting their lives back was the best prize they could have won. Well, maybe 50,000. I don't know. You'll have to ask them. Another slide, maybe not as interesting as IsaBody, but also as important. This isn't just me and Christina telling you that we think this works because it worked for us, or us showing you a couple teammates because we're like, look. You don't see here like the results not typical. You don't see like the average participant lost a pound. This is all backed by science. And so what we're sharing with you here, it works for 100% of the people who commit to the program. Like, it has to work for you. It's science. It works for everybody. And one of the things Isagenix does that is very unique and different in this industry, but again, because they want to be respected and trusted, they are fully transparent and willing. They submit their products for third-party independent testing, meaning these places that they go test at have no financial gain for us passing the test. There's no tie to it looking better than the competition. It is just scientists and students and people from all over the place who genuinely want to better understand what makes, our bodies operate the way that they do. And this is just what some of these scientific research studies showed. So 56% more weight loss, 47% more fat loss, and twice as much visceral fat loss for participants participating in an 8-week study. So again, that's science telling you that this works. And there's a lot of other studies. So if you are a science person and you want more information, you can reach out to me or the person that invited you. And we have a lot of information about the science, but that's one of the things that, to be honest, when I signed up, I didn't care about the science. I was like, whatever, I need to lose weight. And then when I realized how good I felt, then I got into the science, and the more I learn about it, the more blown away I am. So if you're interested, let us know. So that's the products. I want to transition a little bit into what I mentioned was my favorite solution of the 5, and that's the financial solution. And to share a little bit about that, I just want to tell you briefly a little bit about who I am and what got me to this point. And so, like I mentioned at the beginning of the call, my name is Danny, and I spent almost 20 years in corporate America, most of it in call center management, some of it managing the one and only Lester, who's on the call. So excited about that. But I loved my job, and I loved the people that I worked with. And I would have thought I was going to do that for the rest of my life. And then a couple of things happened, and they all kind of happened in a very short succession of each other, and they completely changed my life. So I got hooked into Isagenix, had my weight loss transformation, was awesome, had no interest in ever doing anything network marketing related. I just wanted to be a product user and maybe occasionally recommend people to use the products. Done. Then I got into another network marketing company because a friend of mine tricked me into it. I love her. I say that jokingly, but it's kind of how it happened. And I realized that I really did enjoy having a side hustle and making some extra vacation money for me and my family. And so, but I set out to find a company that had a better compensation plan, because I figured if I was going to spend any time doing that, I wanted to get paid by the best compensation plan out there. It made sense to me. And that's when I found Isagenix. I really, really thought that the compensation plan made a lot of sense. And I liked some of the things that the company did that were different than other network marketing companies I had seen. For example, one of the things I thought was amazing is that Isagenix celebrates how much money their people make versus how much money their people have sold. And that is a pretty big differentiator for me. We celebrate Isagenix Millionaires because the distributor made $1 million, not sold $1 million. So it's very outward focused on the people that are doing the work versus inward focused on the company itself. And I just fell in love with that. And that's one example of how Isagenix sets themselves apart. So I started getting very into that. Then I went to my first event, which was in May. It was like the first weekend of May. It was in Atlantic City. And I went because my mom was willing to come babysit my kids. And so my husband and I were going to get a vacation in Atlantic City that we could write off as a business expense. So I thought I'd spend a few hours in the event, and then my husband and I would go out drinking because, as I mentioned before, we like beer, and that was our plan. Turns out we fell in love with the event, and we stayed the entire time, just about. And we really connected with what was possible through this amazing opportunity. And I got to sit right next to Robin Cermak, who is one of our Isagenix millionaires and my coach and now mentor, and really connect with all the possibility that the financial opportunity could offer in our lives. And so we left that event saying that someday in the very near future, we're going to do this as a business. And then a week later, it was my son's 6th birthday, and I thought I had him on the slide here, but I don't. That's okay. It was my son's 6th birthday, and he told me all he wanted for his birthday was to be a car rider, which meant that I would pick him up from school instead of him going to after school care. And I made that promise to him because it was like the sweetest thing I've ever seen. He could have asked for anything, and he asked to be a car rider. And for me to be able to do that as a working mom, I was going to have to leave my office at 2 so that I could get him at 3. And at 1:45, I got the infamous, last minute meeting for 3:15 that day from my boss. And I realized that I was going to have to make a choice between attending that meeting and being there for my son on his birthday. And I wasn't in a place where I felt prepared to lose my job. And so I made the impulsive choice of picking my job over my son. And I decided from that day forward, I was going to do whatever it took to find myself an opportunity where I would never have to make that impossible choice again. And that's when I dedicated myself to Isagenix full time. Now that's my story. A lot of people do this part-time in the pockets of their time, and a lot of people just like to eat for free. So there are many different levels of what this financial opportunity can look for you. But I just feel like that's important to share because that's my story and my why. And and I just wanted to relate that to you. So what you're seeing on the slide here, that bottom picture is my office during the summer. My e-shots, my beer, my Isagenix water, and my laptop. So that's real life there. That is a real life picture of my office. On the right-hand side, you'll see some of my favorite success stories. These are all clients and really they're friends that I have been able to coach along the way. The bottom one there is my mom. And so that's my favorite transformation. She's a 65-year-old breast cancer survivor. And she was at a point in her life where she thought that she had reached that age where you just gain weight and that's how it is. And after 2 years of asking her to try it, she finally said yes. And those pictures, there's about 3 months of time in between those 2 pictures. And so giving my mom her confidence back was a gift that I will always be grateful to have been able to give to her. And then in the middle there is just one of my favorite quotes. It's all about discovering why you want a better life, believing that you deserve it, and taking consistent actions to pursue your dreams. It's a choice. And that's a choice I made that day in my car. And I'm so grateful that I was able to do that. So let's talk a little bit about the opportunity here. So what if you could get paid for sharing something you already love? We do this all the time. One of my favorite examples is Rothy's shoes. If you're not familiar, they are cute flats. They're made of water bottles, so they're 100% recycled material. They are the most comfortable shoes I've ever owned. They're machine washable. And when you wash them, because they are made of plastic, even though they don't feel like plastic, they wash and they look brand new. They have a great referral program, okay? So every time someone uses my code, I get $20 towards a new pair of shoes. If you want to try Rothy's, make sure you reach out to me after this event and I will give you my code. Like, that's important to me. I just recommended to you Rothy's. And so you'll buy them, I'll get the $20. Now imagine you fall in love with Rothy's as much as I do, and all of a sudden a month later you own like 10, 15 pairs like I do. How many $20 coupons do I get? I get one. I only get the one, right? That's what's so brilliant about network marketing is not only do you make the bonus for when they initially sign up, but if they continue to buy, which they do, we just talked about the amazing lifestyle that these products have given to both me and Christina, you continue to make money off of that if you choose to do so. So that is just something that really attracted me to network marketing, because I'm naturally going to recommend things that I believe in. Another thing that is very attractive about this business model is when we talk about the impacts of debt. I used to work for a debt settlement company, and the average American is in almost $20,000 worth of unsecured credit card debt, and that number continues to climb. And so we talk about, like, what could a difference of $500 a month make? You know, think about that in your life. What difference could $500 a month make to you? It doesn't have to be, you know, gangster money for this to make sense for the opportunity you want to pursue. It might just be the minimum payment on your credit card. It might just be your car payment. It could end up being your mortgage payment. For me, it was a vacation fund I wanted to create for me and my family and my Rothy's addiction. It is whatever it is for you. But whatever that dollar amount is, we can show you how you can do that by just sharing something that is already going to change your life. There's a lot of opportunities out there. Why would you pick Isagenix? Well, a couple of statistics here. We see that over 300 people have earned more than $1 million. 3 of those people are on our team. So we know them personally. Like, I talk to Robin every day. I talk to Dawn every day. I talk to Denise often. But they are accessible, and they are mentors, and they are coaches, and they can show you how to do this. And then also what I think is a really big deal is they are privately held, responsibly run with no operational debt. They're sitting really, really good in the marketplace, which is important. If you're going to put your time and money into something, you want to make sure it's you know, set. So the first thing is kind of making sure that we're meeting the needs. We're really, really big on making sure that we're matching the right solution up with the right people. There's, you know, we talked about at the beginning, there's weight loss, there's people that want to gain muscle, there's people who just want to age healthy. There's so many other options. And so we like to make sure that we put them in the right solution, and they range anywhere from $5 a day to $20 a day. I mean, we can put you in at whatever price point you're comfortable with. And then we do the same thing for everybody else. So as you go out and you talk to friends and family members and coworkers, and they get excited and they want to try it, we match them up with the right solution as well. There's something for everybody. The core of this financial model is called you share, they share, repeat. Now, I want to make sure that this is clear. The whole business model is built on these, I call them 3, some people call them 2. I think there's 3 clear steps here. You share it, they share it, and you repeat that. And you just do that as many times as you want to, and it starts to look a little bit like this. So I'm going to show you 2 steps for earning to 650 in the first 30 days. This is you, this little circle in the middle, the navy circle, the girl here. You share with 2 people. That's awesome. Okay, so that's the first step. You share 2 people. Now you become a consultant, and you're going to make $100 if you do that within the first 30 days. Plus you get some incentive on what they buy. So it's a product introductory bonus. When you sign somebody up, you make some upfront money. Lots of fun. Upfront money is great. No problem with that. We go to the next step. Your friends, they love it too. You brought them to this opportunity call. Guess what? It runs every Tuesday. So if you're sitting here thinking, this is amazing, somebody else needs to see this. My mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, my coworker, my husband, my wife, my dog. I don't care who it is. We're here every Tuesday. You bring them here. We show them this. So you share, they share. They love it. They buy a pack. Their lives changed forever. It's fantastic. They make the $100 and you make $100 because they shared with 2 people. And then your friend over here, I don't know who this guy is, but he's your friend. He's your neighbor. He shared with his wife and his brother. He made $100. You made $100. See, We're all making money. It's lots of fun. We're all changing lives, making money. Healthy bodies, healthy bank accounts. The best part about this, my favorite part, is the residual income piece, okay? So look at this. Look at your tree. You're sharing, then they're sharing. Oh, and then you share with this person that's like third down on the left, but they're not ready to share yet. That's cool. Sometimes it takes people time. It took me 2 years. Wait for them. They'll come. But this guy down here, he shared right away. He's like on it. And you can see that this starts to grow exponentially, right? So as this grows and they continue to buy, because like we said, they can't go a day without their ionics and they want those Isagenix pills, and now they're going to the gym and they need nitro abs. So as they continue to buy, you're making a percentage of everything these people buy because you've activated the compensation plan by sharing with a minimum of 2 people. And it just grows, and it's very, very exciting. So this just gives you a little glimpse of what this looks like, but it is the equivalent of my Rothy's example. If just because you bought the first pair, I got the 20 bucks, but every time you bought additional pairs, I kept getting money for that. That's a pretty exciting model, especially when you're recommending products that are life-changing for people. Residual income is another way of saying making money while you sleep. So if you're interested in making money while you sleep, we would love to show you more about that. And again, like I told you before, it's clearly my favorite part about Isagenix. So we end this by saying, if not now, when? So if you're thinking this sounds cool, but Christina mentioned, before when she was in her Ice Body Challenge, there was the fall beer season and then the winter beer season and then the holidays, but she didn't let any of that get in her way. And the same thing was true with me. I had a lot of, but it's not the right time until it finally was. And I wish I would have jumped on it right away. So don't let that stop you. We have a 30-day full money back guarantee. There's no risk involved. It is definitely worth trying to see if this could be the right solution for you. I also want to share with you, if you're local, which you might not be, but if you're in the Maryland area, or Annapolis is a vacation spot that's been on your wish list for a little while, we have a couple opportunities in the near future to get connected with the greater team and to learn more about this. Again, don't wait, but get connected if you can. On February 19th, Peter Greenlaw is coming to speak in Annapolis at Union Jacks. He's known for being a researcher of researchers. He's a top 10 income earner in Isagenix, but he is one of the, I don't want to say founders, but one of the people that was really into the science that created Isagenix for what it is. And his understanding of toxicity and stress and what that's doing to our bodies and how these products work to really counteract that is life-changing. So if you can make it to Union Jacks on the 19th, I cannot stress enough how much that presentation can really change a lot of the things in your life. So please come. It's an open invitation. And then on March 7th, we have what we call a Super Saturday. So that's a couple of things. We started off with a meeting very similar to this, so you can bring friends or people that you think would like to know more about the Isagenix product line. And then afterwards, we do some business training. So if you want to pursue that financial opportunity and make some money while you sleep, there's some amazing training coming local to the area that we would love to have you at. So a couple opportunities to meet the team in person and really get connected to the culture that we have out here in the Maryland area. And I'm going to leave you with this. So one of my favorite quotes from Ralph Waldo Emerson, it actually hangs on my wall, I look at it every morning, is the only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. So I want to ask you tonight, who are you going to decide to be, and when are you going to pursue that? I want to thank you guys all for coming tonight. I really appreciate the time. I hope something sparked your interest, and I'm going to encourage you to connect back with the person who invited you to this or sent you this recording. If nothing else, just to tell them thank you, because they're looking out for you, they believe in you, and they want you to have the best life that is possible. So have a great night, everybody, and hopefully we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.